Again, good morning. So our main objective, so let's tackle now the basic concept and the right triangle. So our main objectives is to review the basic concept in trigonometry, and then we are going to understand the properties of the right triangle and the equations involved with it. So this is under the lessons 12, and then so we know that in trigonometry, one of the first thing that you must know is, or very well known in trigonometry, is the angles. So when we say an angle, it is the union of two rays meeting at common point called vertex. So the two rays are called the terminal and the initial sides of an angle as shown in the figure. So here is a figure that will suffice the definition. When there is a two rays meeting, so they meet at some point, and this point is called the vertex. So this is the final side and this is the initial side. So that's how an angle form. Okay. We have some kinds of angles. So the first one is the acute angles. When we say acute angles, these are angle measuring between zeros and 90s. So between zeros to 90s. So it means if you have an angle of, these are angle of 45 degrees. So this is an acute angle between 0 to 90. So if you have 55 or 50 degrees, so it is an acute angle. So when we say naman right angle, it is an angle measuring exactly 90 degrees. So this is the some of the when you see such sign like this, so this is a representation of a right triangle. It means that it measures exactly 90 degrees. So if you have a triangle, so a triangle with like this. So if this has this kind of sign, para siyang ganon or ganyan. So this is automatic. We can say that this is a right triangle because it measures, because a right triangle, it measures exactly, or it has a right angle. Okay. So anyway, we are under the angles. So let's focus first in the angles. So acute angles, right angles, and then the obtuse angle. These are angles between 90 and 180. So we can say that obtuse is from 0 to 90. 0 to 90. Right triangle is exactly 90. Obtuse angle is measuring between um, 90 and 180. So if we have 100 angle, we can say that this is an obtuse angle. So if we have a 120 degrees, so this is an obtuse angle. So the straight angle, it is an angle measuring exactly 180 degrees. So doon na siya ang sign. 90 plus 90, so overall 180. So exactly 180 degrees, or a straight angle, or a straight line. A straight line is 180 degrees. So take note with that. A straight line is 180 degrees. So the last one is the reflex angle. When we say this kind of angle, when we say reflex angle, it is an angle measuring between 180 and 360 degrees. Okay, so that's how the angle. So from 0, so as you observe, from 0, so from 0 to 90, it is an acute angle, and then exactly 90 is a right triangle. Then from 90 to 180, it is an obtuse angle, and then exactly 180 degrees is a straight angle, and then the reflex angle is from 180 to 360. So again, a straight line is this is 180 degrees, and then one revolution is 360 degrees. Okay, now let's refer to the units of angular measure. So there are two most commonly used systems of angular measurement, such as the sexagesimal and radian system. Okay, so here is the definition of a degree. So when we say a degree, it is defined as a measure of a central angle that subtends an arc equal to 1 over 360 of the circumference of a circle. So a circle is, the degree of a circle is 360 degrees. So it is a one revolution, or it is a circle. Wherein one circumference of a circle, yes, is equal to 360 degrees. So here are some of the summary of the relationship of units, which is presented below. So a one revolution, it is equal to 360 degrees, and then 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Okay? So ganyan siya. Tapos there is also, so here is a radian system. So on 1 revolution, let me see it here. So 1 revolution is equals to 360 degrees, and then it is also equal to 2 pi rad. So and one revolution is equals to 360 degrees. Okay, degrees. Also, it is equal to 2 pi radian. Now, if the problem asks for the value of an angle, it must be in radian. So all you need to do is, the given is in degree, you need to convert that one into radian, so that an EU answer will be checked. So also, if the given is in revolution, so if the problem asks for a radian solution, or yes, solution and the final answer, so you need to convert the revolution in terms of radian. So also, there are some of the conversions is that 1 revolution is, this is also equal into 400 radian. Okay, so 400 radian. And then also, it is equals to 6,283 meals. But we widely, or in terms of engineering, or in terms of this kind of application, is if not used, you can use 6,400 meals. Triangles. Trigonometry literally means triangle measurement. Yeah, so a triangle is a plane figure which has 3 vertex angles, and then the opposite of which are 3 sides. So the sum of the 3 sides, or 3 angles, is always 180. So a triangle, the sum of all angles in for each sides, it is equal to 180 degrees. Kasi diba, we know that a straight line, this is 180 degrees. The second one, it is also a straight line, this is 180 degrees. Oh no, sorry. What I mean is, sorry. So what I mean is the total of the sum for the triangle is 180. So it means if we have a alpha here, beta, and then beta B, or A, angle B, angle C, if this is our ABC. So if we have a triangle ABC, automatic the total angle A plus B, angle A plus angle B plus angle C, this is automatic equal to 180 degrees because this is a triangle. Okay, but if you have a square, automatic this is equals to 180 times 2 degrees. 180 degrees times 2. Why? It's because if we are going to divide this rectangle or a square or a rectangle into 2, split into 2, so we can have 2 triangles. So therefore, if the total of the one triangle is 180, so therefore this is also 180. but the measurement for each angles is not that equal or even, so it depends on the problem if they are congruent or not. So now the first one is about the right triangle. So again, right triangle, it is a triangle with a right angle. Adin na siya. So the sides which are perpendicular to each other are called legs, and the third side is the hypotenuse. Okay, so if we are going to write such right triangle, so ganun. Ayan. So based on the definition of a right triangle, the longest side or the longest side, this is so sige. So we have A, triangle A, B, and C. And then if this is so hypotenuse, this is our hypotenuse, so it's capital C na lang. Yan. So hypotenuse, and then the other sides, these are called the legs. So the sides which are perpendicular to each other are called legs. So now, how can you say that a particular line are perpendicular? So again, let's review. If this one, these are called parallel lines. So they are parallel. So automatic. So but when we say perpendicular, it means that they are like this. So if we have two lines, this line is we could say that this is a parallel lines. But when we say perpendicular lines or perpendicular lines, so this is a perpendicular line. It's automatic when we say, or there are some kind of lines that they are perpendicular with each other, automatic that they are, so this angle is 90, and then this is also 90. So automatic if they are, so we can say that since if this is our hypotenuse, so the other sides, we can say that they are perpendicular with each other. So therefore, from that point, this is a right triangle. So if they are perpendicular with each other, so this is our hypotenuse, and then this is our if our angle. So some of the so if I'm going to ask where would be the opposite. So as of this moment, you cannot state, or you cannot have, or you cannot put where the opposite, or where the location of the opposite. Kasi when you don't have a reference angle, you cannot state where the opposite or where the adjacent, because so the opposite side, it doesn't mean na, so kung baga nga dila siya pero may opposite nga di and it's almost adjacent. No, it depends on your reference angle. So for example, if your reference angle, if you have an angle here, if this is your reference angle, automatic ang kanya nga di pinaka katapat niya, that is automatic the opposite. Okay, yes, that is the opposite. If this is your what they call it, reference angle, and then also if this is your opposite, this is your adjacent. But if your reference angle is, so if this is your reference angle, okay, so but what if your reference angle is here, automatic your what they call this, your opposite side. So sorry, ano, so it's side pala. So opposite side is here. So this is the opposite side. Okay? So kanina, if our reference point is here, so automatic this is our opposite side. So ini naman, we are at a point B. So this is our reference angle, so this is our opposite side. So this is our adjacent side. Automatic. Okay? So again, it depends on the reference point or the reference angle. So if the problem, so for a particular problem, so just please kindly or check first, or where is the reference angle. So you cannot state that this is the what they call permanent position for the opposite side. So no, it depends on the reference angle. Okay. So but there is also what we call, so under the right triangle. So let's ano na. So under the right triangle, so there is what we call a Pythagorean theorem, which states that the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the square of the which equal to the sum of the square of the other side. So this is a squared plus b squared. So this is under the Pythagorean theorem. So parang ito na siya. Okay. Now let's tackle na, so let's move on. The right triangle and its application. So if we have a right triangle ABC, so at us as of this moment we cannot say where is the opposite or where is the adjacent, but automatic we can say that the hypotenuse. So the longest side is the hypotenuse, and then also, so since we have two angles, so we cannot, so as of this moment we could say that side A is the opposite side of angle A. Side B is the opposite side of angle B. Okay, so kung ano ang kaya katapat nga that is the opposite side. So we could say that C, this is the opposite side of angle Y, or rather it is the hypotenuse. So the sides or the other legs, we cannot say if it is opposite or adjacent. So but what we can say is that this B, our side B, is the opposite side of angle B, and then alpha is the opposite side of angle A. So now let's so this is the Pythagorean theorem. So the Pythagorean theorem, again, it is this the square of the hypotenuse is equivalent, or it is equal to the sum of the square of for the other side. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So to find the hypotenuse side, use the formula. So we could square. So to cancel the square, so again, so let's review. So one of the rules in the algebra, if you are going to cancel the square, so what you need to do is just put the square root. So square root all the terms, so included a squared plus b squared. So you cannot just square the a squared or even the b squared. So that is wrong. So you need to square all the terms. So cancel the c squared. So this is automatic. Our hypotenuse, this is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. So the same method goes like this. So in terms of the b and the a, so what you need is you need to transpose the c squared in the left side and also b squared to the right side. So you can get, and then same method, squared, put a square root in them. So you could get the direct formula for the b and the a. Okay. Also, if one of the two acute angles of right triangle is given, so a plus b is equal to 90 degrees.